Pre-recorded from my garage. It's the show that went to Portland and didn't make day two. Today on SPL Live, two trainers are currently undefeated after week 2 wrapped up. Who has what it takes to stay undefeated? Meanwhile, Portland Regionals just passed with La Sontina taking the victory. Does the results from Portland impact the meta here in Sacramento? And finally, the segment that you've all been waiting for, T's Tiers. With week 2 in the books, can we expect to see some changes in the tier list? T, are you excited about this week's tier list?
Excited every week, bro.
Yeah.
Excited every week.
Got anything to shake it up?
Oh, just a little bit.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and start with the results from week 2, as we currently have 5 trainers currently with 18 points. But only 2 of those trainers are undefeated, David Gervin and Dylan Brandow, who currently holds down the number 1 seed due to tiebreakers heading into week 3. T, I guess the first question for us really comes down to who has the better chance of remaining undefeated after week 3, Dylan or David?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm going to switch it up this time just because I got a lot of flack for being a Tina boy, and saying David would, make that a little bit obvious for me. But I think Dylan has a solid shot. Dylan's been a part of every season of SPL. He has done well in just about every season of SPL. So I think he has what it takes to keep the grind up and stay undefeated.
Okay. So, and funny thing, I actually feel like David.
Right.
So this is my.
Can be obvious.
This is my thought, and I'll take the Tina Boys rap because I want to be. I want to try to be as consistent as possible with this, but I feel like that's what David's whole thing is. He shows up to Hammerhead, he goes in, he plays really well, he knows the deck very well. I think the experience of him playing it over and over and over again has really kind of benefited him, from consistency and everything like that. And the fact is, he's not playing at small locals. He's playing at decent-sized places with decent-sized competition. And David's just holding it down really, really well. I feel like Tina matches what he wants to do. And like I said, I know you're secretly cheering for it. But that's the thing about it is, with David, I feel like it's something where he's only going to get better understanding different matchups and everything else like that as time goes on. Plus, he has experience. He's played Pokemon in the past. And it's no shot at Dylan. I think Dylan, he goes back and forth between different types of decks that he feels like is going to warrant him the best results, which makes sense. He's undefeated so far this season. But I'm not too sure what he played up at Fire and Ice over this past week. Most likely it was the Sablezard deck that he was playing at Portland. I think we have 2 really, really strong trainers right now who are undefeated, who are battling it out for the top position. I just feel like David right now, from his consistency of playing the same deck over and over again, is going to be the one that probably stays undefeated the longest. At least my take. But moving on from there, we see the current layout of the Elite 14, right? That's something that showed up on the screen. It's which of the current 18 point trainers, right? We have 5 of them, have the best chance at winning the cup this season, from what you can see.
Currently, Will's at what, 4th or 5th?
Will, I believe, is at 4th. I want to say so. We can pull that up.
I know he has 18 points. Let me pull that
5th.
up. Yep, he's at 5th. He's at 5th with 18 points. Will was on my Chris Davis tier for last week. I'm going to stay consistent right there, and I think Will be able to pull it out. My thing is, I want to see if he'll do a trainer battle with someone eventually. That's what I want to see.
Yeah. And funny enough that you bring that up, this season so far, week 2 was of course the first week where people could trainer battle because we had the points to be able to do so. Didn't see any. Week 1 we did. We actually seen Dylan play in a trainer battle. Unfortunately, it didn't count. But starting this week,
can't play for points you don't have yet.
Starting from this past week to where we're at now. Trainer battles are available, and I think that's going to be the thing, like we talked about during the first episode, is that trainer battles are going to be the thing that separates these groups of players right now who are sitting there trying to navigate their way into the top 2 seeds so they can get that first round bye heading into the playoffs. Another one, I say this because he does so well starting out every season. Carlo, 18 points. He's 6-1-1, and once again, the reason why we're saying 18 points, guys, is just to refresh everyone's memory. There is a points cap every week. The most amount of points that a player can earn is 9 points. One of the big changes that we've had from previous seasons, but clearly it's doing its job here by making it a lot more competitive, giving players the chance to be able to stay within the competition from there. But I feel like Carlo is someone where he had a terrible weekend in Portland. I think Carlo will be the first one to say it. But he came back, and he came back strong.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had a solid week. He's sitting in 3rd place, which I'm really, really happy for.
Yeah.
I think he's somebody that can definitely, if he maintains and stays the course, can pull away as well. How do you feel about Cody? Another Tina boy.
Look, Cody made it to the finals of CCC last night. We had a Tina boy mirror, him and Terry.
Nice.
But I'm just saying, he made it there. He was 3-0. They were both 3-0. They were playing for the 4-0 spot, and he lost. But he still played very well the entire time. And, I think he's a strong trainer. I have him in the tier list somewhere. But he's definitely doing well, and I expect him to go far.
So my experience with Cody, and I think Cody's a wonderful player. The few times that I played him, I think I was playing Gudra right before the Sacramento Regional. Then I was playing Gold Dango because I said, screw it, why not? And Cody took me to the woodshed. Really, really bad. And I didn't like Cody from that point on. Not personally. Every time that I talked to him, he was always very nice to me, and he was a pleasant person. But just from a playing standpoint, I'm sitting there going, I just literally got my butt kicked both times. And I'll say this, being another Tina player, someone that I know has been playing it for a long time, you kind of see a little bit of a trend happening with some of the top players right now. And I'm rooting for it myself. I love Tina. I thought it was a wonderful call heading into the season. I still think it is. And I'm really kind of looking forward to seeing what Cody does as well. Once again, these are trainers that are all at 18 points with just simple tiebreakers that are placing them where they're at. But I think this is going to be one of the more entertaining races. I guess to see who's the better Tina player. Going from there, we talked about the top 14 and who's in the playoff race right now, but the season just started, and I know we have a lot of other trainers that are more than capable of being able to get into the top 14 and really wreak havoc. Are there any trainers outside of the top 14 that you feel like we should keep an eye on as the season progresses?
I have a couple. I have like 2 that I kind of want to focus on. If I pull it back up. Where are they?
Well, I know one was Alex, right?
Okay, so one being Alex Gross.
Love that guy.
Also love that guy. But I need him to just stay at a tournament so he can finish it out and actually get his points. He's tired. I know he works very early in the morning, but I need him to stay and finish at a tournament so he can get these points. He's been playing Zard.
He's been pulling a lot of Anthony's.
Yeah, he's been pulling the Anthony's. He'll stay for one round, win, lose the next round. Hey, I'm out. I was like, bro, we got 2 more rounds. He was like, so what? I can get 9 points. Yeah, that's what we need here, right?
The tilt is strong with that one. Slowly bringing people over,
right?
Like the dark side of the Force.
But my second one that I kind of want to shout out is Audrey. So Audrey went to Japan,
Wonderful
was
player.
gone for the first week, came back last night, got their points in for the second week after missing week 1. Played cloth.
I hate people.
I was like, there were so many cloth yesterday, but played cloth. And
they were like, "Oh, look, there's a Char's. I'm ready for these Zard matchups."
Yeah,
and it's like, "Oh, damn, is that a Tina? Oh, is that another Tina?
Right?
Is that a Tina?" What's up with all the Tinas?
Yeah, what's up with all this non-Zard?
Yeah, wrong thing to play against when you're making that decision.
But still played very well. Still got their points.
Still wound up getting 6 points.
Yeah,
out of the,
still got
out of
6
the night.
points.
So that's pretty incredible. No, those are two really solid players. I definitely can see either one of them making a run. Alex almost made it to day 2 at Portland.
Yeah.
And that was really something where me and him were laughing throughout the entire day because I started off 4-1.
Yeah.
And
in the arms of an angel.
Should have went home early. But outside of that, I guess if I had to look, Francis, I know he's going to be gone for a while, missing a few weeks. He wasn't able to play this week, but Francis is always somebody that's so scary. Francis Matrillo, that is. And, he's a friend of mine. I see him here all the time. We play a lot. I know what he's capable of, and he's such an incredible player. So that's one. And then someone that some people probably aren't necessarily thinking about too much, but if he can get back in and start playing, which I'm not too sure what his ultimate plans are, but Corey.
Yeah.
Corey Lapton. He was such an incredible player. Have so much respect for him. The guy has been... He was on stream in Sacramento, and he got cheated. And
I'm not gonna say he got cheated.
So he got cheated.
The game played the way it played.
So he got cheated. But you want to say he earned some money, and that's all that matters.
Yep.
But yeah, like we have so many quality players here in Sacramento, within the Sacramento Pokemon League itself, that it's really kind of like a plethora of people that are just on the cusp of making it in, that maybe haven't gotten to their full commitment yet to the league because they're wrapping things up from the past holiday. But I believe me when I say this season will end in a very dramatic fashion with some of these players either getting in or getting out, and I'm here for that. But with that being said, the Portland Regionals, they came and went with a thrilling Lost Zone Tina victory. Does Tina have an impact here at our locals in any way, shape, or form? Next on SPL Live. Welcome back to the show. Lost Zone Tina made its presence known in Portland, and the final match over this past weekend with John Eng taking home the victory. And the funny thing is, it was against Sam Hugh, who was also playing Lost Zone Tina. So it was a Tina finals. It was. But with Tina being such a popular deck over the past weekend in Portland, I think it was holding a 21.8 something % for day 2. You were somebody that's been playing Tina. You played Tina in Portland as well. What is it about Tina that makes it such a strong deck choice right now at this point in time in the current Pokemon meta?
Well, how I'll phrase this how Ryan would phrase it, and it has a really good cheater card in Mirage Gate. Mirage Gate says, if you get to 7 in the Lost Zone, you can just pluck out 2 energies from your deck and attach them to your Pokemon however you like. I think that card is insane and, should be played in whatever Lost Zone deck it can be played in. But it also has the other big cheater card, which is Path to the Peak. That says
I hate that card.
You can't play the game.
When's the rotation?
But no, I think Tina provides just a well-rounded balance of everything you would want a deck to do. It's disruptive. It has a strong attack in Lost Impact, doing 280. It has a variety of attackers between Tina, Sableye, Greninja, Cramorant, just to face any matchup. 1 prize, 2 prize, 3 prizes even. And it just kind of gives you a balance. It's a good 50-50 against just about any deck.
And see, that's the thing for me is I agree with that. That's the reason why I've always felt like once the last rotation happened and Lugia got hit really hard, Tina just seemed like the obvious choice. be it that it can attack from so many different ways. It can be as disruptive as any control deck that you see. I mean, Tina players salivating at the mouth when you take your third prize just so they can Roxanne you, which has been funny because that's something that me and you've talked about a long time, is playing the Roxanne versus the Iono. But either way, I digress. Tina, to me, has always just seemed like that deck that has a place to keep things in check and to keep balance in the world. I played a couple of Tinas over the weekend in Portland, won one, lost one, and it was a very, very challenging match both times. Because it's a thinking man's match. But it's I can definitely see that. Now, with that being said, do you feel like we're going to start seeing more people playing Tina or showing up to locals playing Tina than what we've seen in the past, given its most recent performance in Portland?
100%. Let me tell you, show up to a 20-man locals, and Terry, who is normally on water,
Wawa player,
normally strong Wawa player, he goes, "No, I'm playing today." Tina. He took he took the random LAIC list with like Forest Sealstone, Lost Vacuum. But that man went to work and went undefeated, 4-0.
Can I ask you, what was the other deck that he played between the two top players?
Top two, the finals, Terry, Tina versus Cody. Also Tina. So, we had a nice little Portland finals rematch. It basically ended the same way. Cody got locked with Tina in the active, and it got donked. So it was a great time.
And that's the thing for me, where once again I laugh because I've been a part of the community not nearly as long as you, but I've seen the lay of the land. People love Lost Box out here. It's probably the main staple since it's come out, where everybody's played it from different variations and so on. But one thing that always rises to the top when it comes to Sacramento Players' Choice seems to be Lost Box Tina, and we're very good at it. We're either very good at playing against it because we do it so much, or very good at playing it because we always play it. But it's so nice to see that deck win. It's so nice to see its impact happening out here. I know there are some people in our community that definitely hate Tina. Shout out Mike, cheering for what was it, Guardy to win. I knew that wasn't going to happen. But for the most part, it was very cool seeing that happen, and it's very neat seeing a Wawa player, a Chen Pao player, change his stripes to switch over to the Tina squad because he knows.
He
knew. It's going to be cool seeing going forward. Now, with Tina being such a positive thing, right? The one person that we do know that's undefeated so far this season has been playing Tina since prior to the season starting, David Gervin. Do you feel like David has had the benefit of understanding the meta and playing that deck leading him to his success? Or do you feel like it's more the pilot, that regardless of the deck that David would be playing, he would still be in the position that he is? Who do you give more of the credit to? The deck choice or the pilot of the deck?
Ooh. See, I am always a fan of decks take that back. I am always a fan of players more than I am decks, because I think it takes a good player to play a deck well. Now, a deck can carry a player, not to say that decks aren't strong enough to do that. I've seen Tina carry worse players than me to strong finishes. But
fair enough.
I think David has a great understanding of the game. He's played the game long enough on and off to just be a great pilot for the deck in general. So I think it is more him than it is the deck.
Yeah, and I feel like I want to give credit to David too by saying that it is one of those things where you see so many people be able to just pick up Tina. And once again, going back to my previous statement, the Sacramento area does have a lot of experience with it. But people like Terry, who's been playing Tina or hasn't been playing Tina, been playing Chen Pao for a very long time, to pick it up and just go win a locals.
Yeah.
And I feel like that deck, just like Lugia when
He's
it was
played
really
against it enough. Though.
Yeah. But you have some decks that just really transcend some of the rest, and they're easy to clean up. I mean, the fact is, Tina, yes, well, it is a very strategic deck, and it's probably one of the more difficult ones to play, given the energy counts and so many other things. I still give a lot of credit to that deck. Because David has been out of Pokemon for a pretty decent amount of time before coming back. Picked one of the better decks and is wrecking, wrecking shop right now. Yeah, that one. So I still I'm more like 60-40 David right now.
Yeah.
In fairness, because I respect David the player.
Yeah.
But that Tina deck, that's a good deck. So that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this segment. Next, tiers. So right after the break. And we're back. Now, to set the stage, last night while watching Boo, a Medea Halloween, and eating leftovers that we stole from a Korean barbecue in Portland, T is his astounding committee burned the midnight oil to put together the only thing that we have going for us. It's time for T's Tears. Take it away, Killer.
I can't with that one. How do you know I was watching the Medea special though?
It's a Medea movie.
It was a great movie actually.
I bet. Go on.
All right. So we're gonna start from bottom to top like we did last time. This time I've consolidated the tier list. There are only 4 tiers. I've put 3 people in each tier just to give everybody some leeway. So first off, I got the Show Me Something tier. We're gonna keep that one for this week. I got Alex Gross, because again, I need you to stay at locals to earn points. I know he is better than he appears, and I need this man to show me something. I need him to stay, play it out, get his points, because I can't be bragging about you if you keep leaving. You can't walk out on me like this, bud. Next up, Apai. Apai is sitting under top 14, and
that's strange, honestly.
That's surprising to me, because he was back and forth with that thing last season, and Apai, I just need better from you, man. I need to see you up there. I can't cheer for you if you bottoming out already. So Apai, I need you to show me something. But last and very much not least, Luke Brando, I'm calling you out, bud. Because how are you letting your brother take the top spot if you brag about being the better Brando? I'm just saying.
Dylan's better.
I know Dylan's
Love you,
better,
Luke.
but I want some competition between them.
All right, fine, go ahead.
I need him to do better. What are you doing sitting at 6 points? Your brother's at 18.
Oh,
what's going on, man?
These are facts.
That's all I'm saying. I saw you were doing your thing over in Portland, but your brother coming to show you out over here in Sac. I'm just saying. Next up, we got the up-and-comers. I changed got potential. We're going to up-and-comers, movers and shakers. We had to get that out of the way. The 3 people up and coming. They're new to this season, all 3 of them. David, obviously, sitting at second place with 18 points, 0 losses.
Fair enough.
0 losses. I'm just saying, not because he's a Tina boy, but he's up and coming. He's coming for the top spot. That's all I got. Next, Farnlocker. Alex, you have really impressed me, even though you do play cloth. You've really impressed me. Sitting at, I believe it's 15 points. You're making a name for yourself in my heart, in my eyes. And I'm just saying, everybody should be on the lookout for him. Last but not least, Cody. Cody made the finals last night. Lost a grueling finals match. But Tina boys gotta stay strong. We gotta stick together. And you're doing well, bud. So, Cody Bishop, up and coming. Next, we got Bracket Busters. I changed it from Bracket Nightmares. Bracket busters, because I did not see this coming. Francis Batista is sitting at 16 points. Who let this happen? This man came and also played cloth last night.
That sounds like a Francis thing.
But there were 4 cloth last night at a 20-player local.
He played Darkrai for the better part of last season.
Right? Like, this man is just switching it up between just, like, semi-irrelevant decks. I don't know how he does it, and he's doing it well. So, Francis Batista, shout out to you, salute. He's a bracket buster right now. Next up, Carlo. Carlo sitting at 18 points, 611. He's still playing Guardy. He's going strong. I can't discredit that, even though I want to. I can't discredit that. So, Carlo, bracket buster. Last but not least, 0 points on the board, but I always got to give it to this man, Andrew Saldana. Whenever this boy show up to a tournament, which is what I'm waiting on, he is a bracket buster. You don't want to trainer battle Andrew Saldana.
Facts.
It is a golden rule. It is law at this point. But when he shows up to a tournament, just know he is coming for that spot. So, Andrew Saldana, I'm waiting on you, bud. I'm waiting. And then last but not least, we had to change it from the Chris Davis tier. He asked me politely, let's not do that no more. I'm just kidding, he didn't. But we're going to change it up. We're going to call it the Spice Keepers. I'm just saying, I still got Will Hildebrandt. Will Hildebrandt sitting at 18 points, 5th place. A modest showing from him so far. He's been playing Wawa, which I honestly did not expect.
Didn't he play Maridon at the...
Exactly. He played Maridon at the opener.
I'm gonna let you finish.
He played Chin Pao. He played Chin Pao this week at Locals. I'm like, all right, he's switching it up a little bit. I'm liking it. So, the Spice Keeper at number 1, Will Hildebrandt. Next, we got my boy Isaac.
Love that kid.
I can't not give it to Isaac. He's currently doing better than Henry in SPL standings, even though Henry did do better than him at Portland. No tea, no shade, but Isaac, still a Spice Keeper. He's playing Tina now, so he's getting up there. He's learning. He's watching the master at work. And last but not least, Dylan Brando. I gotta give it to you this week, bruh. Sitting at 18 points, playing Lost Zard.
8-0.
8-0. And he was doing pretty well. He was doing pretty well over in Portland as well. Had a few bad matchups to end the day, but it happens to all of us. You're still doing your thing in SPL. I gotta give it to you.
Who did he beat in Portland? Pablo.
It was thank you. I can't say what I want to say in my heart, but he beat Pablo Meza.
Suck it, Pablo.
Thank you. He beat Pablo Meza in Portland. I'm so proud of you. Thank you for avenging me. So, Dylan Brando, good looking. Spice Keeper right there.
All right, so I take it that a good group of the rest of us are going to be in the Show Me Something bracket, primarily because we just need to show you something, and that's fair enough. I definitely like that. I will say I like this list. I like the fact that Mike wasn't automatically thrown into the top tier. My beef still comes from this, and I'm gonna die on this hill, but Corey. Mm-hmm. Corey's one of the better players, not only in Sacramento, but down in Southern California is where he's originally from. Yeah. I just feel like the respect just needs to be added to that man's name. No. Terry is somebody else who played this past week, handled his business, and what he proved last season versus this season. Now, I know I teased him about his playoff appearances because they haven't necessarily been solid, but those are two players that I feel like the respect just isn't there right now, and I feel like that's going to come back to we're gonna wreak havoc on us. Havoc. Yeah, and it's look, I'm not really looking forward to that day when I get told that I'm wrong.
Corey comes back in like a week and a half. I'll see what he got when he shows me in a week and a half. As for Terry, you would be on here if I could add more I I'm gonna be honest with you. I love you, my guy, but right now I I had to give some love to the others. You know
I feel like Terry should be in Spice Keepers. The dude is just solid. He really is.
He is.
That's just my take, but that's how I feel about this. I love the list. I think it's solid. I think there are some things that we can work on as time goes on. But for right now, we'll keep it kind of simple. Coming up next, we have T's weekly SPL trainer medals. So we'll catch you after the break. Welcome back, everybody. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, SPL Network. We're slowly catching up to Mr. Beast, so every subscriber counts.
One subscriber at a time.
One subscriber at a time. Now, it is medals time. T, go ahead and take it away.
All right. So, trainer medals of the week. My bronze medal actually does go to Terry. Terry went 4-0 at a 20-person locals. Not just because it was with Giratina, but because of the way he played, the way he held his own, the way he held it down. I gotta give it to him.
Fair enough.
Bronze medal of the week, Terry. This was his first tournament also because he missed last week.
He did.
So, earning himself 9 points, putting the numbers on the board. I gotta give it to my guy right there. Silver medal, Dylan Brando. You're currently number 1 in the league. I gotta give that to him. He's sitting at 8 wins, 0 losses, and he's just been a consistent player throughout the seasons. I have to give him the silver medal. However, this is going to be a controversial gold medal because my gold medal actually goes to Ant.
What?
He had no idea.
For what?
Exactly.
I didn't even play this week.
Exactly. But Ant went down to Portland and almost made day 2, not thinking he was going to do anything.
I got very lucky.
The man was at one point 5-1. He just needed one more win and a tie, and he was in there. Unfortunately, it did not pan out that way, but the man stayed strong.
I was trying to leave.
He was trying to
change my flight every round.
Every round, he was just like, "Bruh, can I just go home?"
I was insufferable.
He was the Nikola Jokic of SPL at that point.
Oh my gosh.
He was,
I was
like,
terrible.
"Bruh, I'm winning, but I don't want to be here."
Francis told me that if he was there, he would have hit me. I 100% believe it.
I told him I would kill him if he made day 2 and didn't show up because that's exactly what he said he was going to do.
The goal was to pull an AJ Batista, make it to day 2, win my first round in day 2, and then in front of the person that I just beat, have them sign the slip, give it to the judge, and go, "I would like to drop." That was the goal. I didn't get to live my dream.
It would have broke my heart, I'm going to be honest.
But yeah, so.
But Ant played very well.
Thank you.
And I was really proud of his performance, his behavior. Not so much, but
I almost died in Portland too.
He did also almost die in Portland.
That's a story for another time.
That's for a podcast.
But to wrap up the show, everyone, league fees are due before the end of this week, week 3. If you need help paying, hit me up, hit T, Mike Moreno, or Chris Davis. Francis Matrillo, who normally helps us out, is out of the country for a little bit. Now, if you don't make a payment before the end of this week, we're going to have to drop you from the league.
Yes.
Unfortunate, but that's just the way life is. So please, once again, if you do have any issues, feel free to hit us up. From there, we have to announce the results winner for the raffle. We'll go ahead and pass those along to Chris Davis so he could post them on the Discord, which we're really, really excited about. And for right now, that's the show for today. We'll see you all again next week, Thursday. But until then, we will catch you all at locals.
Peace.
Peace. Do, 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 do.